Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ministry of Counseling podcast series. I am your host, Dr. Carletta Artis, and I have with me a very special guest.
Ersa Jahja. Hello, everyone.
Today, we're going to be talking about studying abroad. We're going to be talking to Ersa about her personal experience. So many people have the idea or the desire to study abroad, but not everyone is brave enough to leave home, travel around the country, eat good food, meet new people, interact with different cultures. But Ersa, she did. And she's going to share a little bit about her experience, personal and professional, as a student, also as a professional. So I'm excited to share this interview with all of you. So stay tuned. So here we go. Ersa, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Wonderful. So I'm going to start with our first question, which is to describe your journey as an international student into the U.S., from the initial decision to study abroad to your experiences in the MBA program at Regent University.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Artis, for having me, and I'm glad to talk more about my experience here at Regent and my experience overall in the United States as an international student. It's been quite a challenge, even though I'm kind of like used to it right now because I left home after high school and I was gone for 4 years under my undergrad in Europe. So after that, I thought I want to pursue a master's degree, and where else better than in a Christian university as Regent University. And I wanted something different from Europe as I experienced that. So I wanted to experience more the United States or American culture and feel how that is from the other part of the world in Europe. So I have been always going to Christian schools, and I was looking for a Christian school. So where else better than Regent I could find Christian fellowship and Christian community and high quality education and everything combined to its best, basically. Yeah. And I'm very happy where I am and very blessed with everyone who surrounds me. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. And we appreciate you, and we are happy and proud to have you here with us as an international student. Now, also, you're here studying in the MBA program. That's not an easy program to get into, and it's not an easy program to study. And so why did you choose the MBA program?
All right, so I pursued an international business administration degree as an undergraduate degree, and I wanted to further go with that, but this time with a different focus. So I wanted more on the finance and investing side, as I want to be an investment banker, even though I know it's going to be a long journey for me to get there. But I'm a number savvy person, so I'm also like focused on to critical thinking and problem solving. So what else better than an MBA combined with a finance and investing concentration could give it more to me, and that could help me pursue my dream as an investment banker.
I think that's wonderful. I think sometimes people, when they're thinking about studying abroad, sometimes they can get lost in what to study. And I'm, if you know me, I'm a passion person. So I'm all about people studying what they're passionate about and finding a way to allow God to use you. So whether it's business or psychology, and I don't say that because I'm biased, even though I am, I think that, you can utilize whatever skills that God gave you and then pursue, of course, a quality education around the world. And so we're really happy that you chose Regent University and we chose to study with us. So the next question I have for you are, what are some of the biggest challenges you face as an international student in the U.S. and how did you overcome them? And I know this is a question you probably get a lot, so I'll let you start wherever you're comfortable.
Yeah, first of all, when I came here in January, because it's been already like 11 months already, transportation has been one of the biggest challenges because Virginia is settled in that way, so you gotta have a car or a means of transportation.
I thought you were just talking about construction. Okay.
No, transportation, and it's like you have to move from A to B, and you gotta find a way how to move from A to B because there's no public transportation on that. So most of the times, first I had a culture shock because everything was different from what I was used to, and then the other thing was, how am I going to move? Like, how am I going to go to class, or how am I going to go to the store and do my grocery shopping and everything? So I was highly helped by friends I made here and my roommates. So anytime I needed to go somewhere, like all these people helped me out.
Wonderful.
And that's the only like problem solving I got out of these people, like helping me to get from point A to B. And I'm highly grateful for each and one of them who are close to me in these difficult times. And after that, I had a chance to work during the summer and save some money, and I could make it to buy a car myself. So now I can go from A to B by myself. Yeah, like it's hard in the beginning, but you can make it. Yeah, hard work.
So while I would not have guessed that transportation was the biggest challenge, but I guess as I think about it, yes, Virginia is different. The Commonwealth of Virginia is different.
Yes.
And we don't have as the trains, the buses, the public transportation to get around. So it can make it difficult if that's what you're used to while you're traveling abroad. So prepare for that. And I love the practical. And what I also heard was a lot of support. So finding an environment where you have really good social support, you know, and creating a new family abroad is really important. So
definitely, yeah.
That's what I also heard. So speaking of support, what support services or resources have you found most helpful in adapting to life as an international student, both on and off campus?
I work on campus. I'm a graduate student for the counseling ministries. And I also, when it comes to off-campus jobs, if I can find any jobs, I tend to babysit for families who need me. And or like drive their kids back and forth to school, and it's just a little bit of cash money help, and the rest is just my family who supports me, and like they've been the biggest support since day one. So it's hard, like without a job it's difficult, but there are a lot of opportunities here, so people can get jobs, and
And I really want to highlight, I think that a lot of students underestimate the number of jobs that are on campuses. So, you know, a lot of times, even when I went to grad school, even before I started, I had to shift my life around because my doctoral program was full-time daytime. And so sometimes we forget that there are actually jobs on campus. And so here, of course, we have these graduate assistant, teaching assistant, those type of jobs. And so that's a place where a lot of students it would be beneficial for you to look at, because they will work with you with your school schedule, because they understand that you are a student as well as a staff person, and they're great professional jobs, and you meet a lot of good people, and you can also enhance your social support. So just want to put that out there, so that if you are traveling abroad or you're coming into a new country or going to a new country, maybe starting with the actual university for jobs.
That's the very first place you're gonna start, and then you know more people, you broaden your network, and then connections connect you with many opportunities, then it opens many doors for you. There are a lot of opportunities on campus. Students should explore, and
exactly. And with the student boards and housing options, people always leaving. I've been here years enough to see people leave trucks and cars and desks and all sorts of good stuff, because they don't want to take it with them. And so there's a blessing in having a community, a resource. So you never know what gifts. So start with some campus resources and do your research before you come, and then maybe even when you arrive.
Definitely,
So really good stuff. What about, I'm going to add this. What about spiritual life? So you mentioned like off-campus resources. Have you been able to find any off-campus resources that would be supportive to you?
Yeah, I have an American family, American parents, who I met them over last summer. They came to visit home in Albania. And my American dad is a family pastor in church we go to. So he's been a very good spiritual support on me. And with all church community we go to every Sunday, they all have been supportive, and they usually help me with jobs. They need me to babysit their kids sometimes, or I watch kids at church while the service goes on, and I volunteer for all of those they have. So all the church community has been very welcoming to me, and I am highly grateful and blessed to have to know them. And amazing Christian people.
That's different, and that's wonderful, and that's the difference sometimes between our secular universities and our Christian universities. So, and even if you're not at a Christian university and you're watching this, finding a piece of home whenever you're away from home is always a blessing. So you can find someone, whether it be another student or another family, that you can have I'm sure that being that far away from home, wherever you're from, having a family feeling, it helps. It's very supportive even in your academics. So thank you for sharing.
Definitely, it helps.
Yeah.
Oh, and
That's
all
awesome.
your low and high moments, like
Yes.
you know where you want to go, so you go there, and there are your family. So.
Exactly.
And we all have
holidays,
this, yeah,
you know,
everything.
like the holidays, homesick moments,
Yeah,
like
all birthday families,
Yeah.
Celebrations, Christmas, Thanksgiving, everything is together.
That's
So
wonderful.
that's makes up a family.
And you get to learn new traditions and learn
Yeah.
about different cultures.
New food, new traditions, many things. Yes,
I love it. I love it. Love it. How have you managed your finances as an international student, including dealing with all the tuition fees and living expenses and trying to work part-time?
Yeah, this has been a bit tough, to be honest, as even though I've tried to work hard, in summer I had like 3 different jobs. I was trying to cope with all of them.
Yes.
I'm at the point, at least for me, personally speaking, where I can live, like take care of my own living expenses in the United States and everything, and my parents just provide my tuition fees and housing fees.
Wonderful.
But they have been a huge help. But
Such a blessing.
on myself, I take care of myself for everything I need. So that's all my job can offer me, and the rest my parents offer to help me out while I'm done with my studies. Yeah.
Now you are an MBA student, and we're talking about finances. So, any practical tips for students who, they may not have some of that family support, or maybe some other things that they might be able to do, maybe as far as like money management or anything like that you want to share?
Yeah, definitely. As for internationals, is the situation to work in the United States kind of different due to the rules that the country imposes on. But I would say, because on campus we can only work 20 hours, but you can only have one job. But I would say to seek a lot of opportunities off campus that can like add other jobs, extra jobs, like more than one job, so that could help you out, and like work on the weekends, and then you can save more money and have less expenses and spend less outside. Eat home, and then that will bring up your budget and finances, so you can help yourself. Plus, the Regent University offers us as students installment plans to pay our tuition or housing fees, so which gives a less of a burden for all the students who might not pay it all at once. They can pay it in installments, and they're very, very understanding and tolerating towards that. Even if you cannot make it on the deadline, they can try and work that out with you and then postpone it so you can make it possible to pay your liabilities.
Wonderful. Well, so what I hear is definitely choosing a university that supports international studies and international students.
And understands your situation.
That is probably huge versus no, your bill's late. No, you have to leave. That would be so I think that is really key. But I love practical tips. So thank you for that. So because some people may, they're eating out all the time. Maybe they aren't used to maybe cooking for themselves, but that might be something you learn how to do. If you're in academics, we love learning, so that would be something that you learn how to do, and just be more practical, and then treat yourself.
Once here and there, you treat yourself, but not every day.
Sign up to go to those, student events and those types of things where they give out free food. But practical tips are really important because, I think that's part of the fear is the finances. So having those practical tips, and I think even before you plan to do something, you're like studying abroad, it's important to obviously have some type of financial plan as well before entering into that situation.
Yeah, you gotta like be pre-prepared for that, like to know what's going on.
So and you don't have to have all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed, but it helps to have a plan when you're leaving home. Entering a new home, okay? What advice would you give to other international students considering pursuing an MBA in the US?
It can get tough in moments and really intense, but you gotta have the motivation and remember why you are doing it and where you want to get to. Like, it's gotta be a long-term strategic thought. I would say in terms of finance, for my perspective, there are different skills we need to learn as people in finance that the school doesn't teach you. Like the school can teach you the theory part or some practical part too, but there are certain skills that everyone needs to have in their resume for you to be distinguished from other candidates who apply for jobs. And I would say, since the world is going so much towards AI and everything is getting so technological, I would say it's highly valued in finance and investing right now from big corporates and banks to have a skill as Python, know how to use Bloomberg, FactSet, QuickBooks, a lot of accounting softwares. So lots of these skills combined with your knowledge will make you a top candidate and make you be the selected one from any kind of corporate you dream to be part of.
So now, are you getting these skills in the classroom, or do you have to do an internship?
Unfortunately, at Regent, like we do not, as part of our program, we don't have an internship as part of the curricular. But other than that, I'm learning those skills by myself. Internet provides a lot of information and everything is there for free. You don't need to pay. So you gotta look for your finances there. So you can get it for free, you can learn it, and then here you go, you got it. And then you can add it on your resume and then be selected. I think skills are very important.
And so what you're calling skills, I also call internships and practical experience or experiential sort of situations. And so not to toot our horn, but in psychology, in our PsyD program, and also we're working on our counseling program, we do have the Psychological Services Center. But for whatever a student is studying, as I tell all students, it's really important to keep an open mind to internships and getting that experience. If you're not at a school where they don't offer you a formal experience, create your own. Go and let people love it when you come to them and you say, I'm a student, and I want to learn more about, is it possible for me to interview the CEO or the president of this company? You are more likely to get a yes, or at least meet with someone at the top. Even if you don't meet with the top, you'll get in there. You can get your foot in the door. And I always say, you go in, you dress sharp, and you take a sharp resume with you, and you make some new friends, or at least you get to know what it is that they're looking for. Because on the flip side, when you're actually applying for a job, as a candidate, you will not get that inside information unless you know someone. They will say, apply online and we will be in touch with you.
Definitely,
So
unless you go and meet those people, they connect you, and you never know when they will come back at you. They will come one day.
Exactly.
They'll be like, hey, I heard this. You want to apply? Or like, we have an open position and everything. So
exactly,
it's never bad to connect.
Exactly. Today you're delivering coffee. Tomorrow you're the VP.
Exactly. CEO.
Right? You're the CEO of your own company. And so, but you've learned a lot of wisdom. And I'm all for also the skills that you can teach yourself. Like she said, the internet, it's free. Go up there and watch YouTube videos. Go up there and get additional certifications. In psychology, I'm always talking about going to get our students in undergrad, going to get a qualified mental health professional certification. If you're at the master's or graduate level or whatever level, go and get some additional coaching skills. Go and get additional mediation certification. Go and get CPR training. Just go and get additional training, whatever field, but also just be in a place where you're more marketable in this field. You're competing with people from around the world in whatever discipline it is. So make sure you make yourself marketable.
Definitely.
Take the initiative. It has to start with purpose. As Ersa was talking about, it starts with something you have to know what it is that you want to do. Dr. Artis calls that purpose. Okay? All right, and then you have to discipline yourself and then get it done. Do it, okay? So last question, can you share some of your most memorable experiences or highlights from your time as an international student at Regent University?
I don't know where to start, which means I have a lot of memorable and highlights. I would say, first of all, I've met amazing people. I've made amazing friends, Christian friends that highly value friendships and like treat you like friends are like second home. That's what that means.
That's awesome.
And other than that, I've just traveled a lot with all my friends, and got to go places, and we created memories. So
That's
like
wonderful.
quality time, fun time,
Mhm.
spend with the best people you want to be surrounded with. And
Exactly.
I think they have made my year this year. So we're approaching the end of the year,
Yeah.
so that's one of my highlights of the whole 2023 since
Yeah.
I've been here. Like
Yeah.
friends have been a huge part of myself because
Yeah.
since I don't have my family here, friends are my family and my American parents are my family. So
That's wonderful.
they have been the most memorable thing from this
Yeah.
year for me. Yeah.
It's interesting that, you were talking about that as the most memorable thing. I think that that's something that we should all carry with us. I learned a long, long time ago to hold on to that. I've had a few places and experiences where I was surrounded with people who they weren't family, but they were family.
Yeah.
And those experiences stayed with me. And so that's what I carry with me in my own family. And so whether you're a student, and I always tell students, you're not just a student, okay? You are an adult, you're a human being, you are living your life. Don't miss the baby showers, don't miss the weddings, don't get so stuck in the books. Study, pass, graduate, yes.
Yeah.
But don't get so stuck in that one thing where you miss out on making great friendships, going to have fireside chats, roasting marshmallows. For me, I spend a lot of time at Krispy Kreme and with my friends studying. And then, don't miss out on those moments and carry that with you for the rest of your life, whether it's with the family that you create whenever you are traveling or with your own family one day when you're settled down and working in your career. I still do that. And I would encourage all of you who are watching as we close this, that you do the same. We're approaching a holiday season, but this is classic. This is classic wisdom that any day, you don't have to wait until the holiday or birthdays to celebrate each other, to have memorable moments.
Definitely. No, every day you can make a memory. Definitely.
Exactly. And don't pass up
and take pictures.
And take pictures. Yes.
Highly important.
Yes. Make sure you're in the picture.
Yes. Yeah, be in the picture most of the time. It's important. So you go back and you think, oh, I was here, and then we had so much fun.
Yes.
And then
Yes. Yes. And old school it, i.e., print some out.
Yes.
Don't
take them on the wall.
300 digital pictures, and then you lose your phone and you lost them. So this has been so much fun, and it's always a joy talking to you and getting to know you as an international student, but also as an MBA student. And to all of you, thank you so much for watching the Ministry of Counseling Seminar Series podcast. And thank you so much. And again, if you will just leave them with any words of wisdom or encouragement that you like for any of the international students that are watching.
Yeah, thank you so much, first of all, for having me and getting me to share this message with you. And I'm so happy to be part of this podcast series. One last note I would leave for everyone, I would say, don't be afraid to dare, because I know it's very hesitating and you face a lot of obstacles while going through the whole process before coming abroad. I would say don't be hesitate to dare and follow your dreams. And if you are persistent and consistent and you know what you want and you know your purpose, you know why you want to go there, then you will always make it and you will be successful and everything will go right and all your dreams will come true. Yeah.
Words of wisdom. I have nothing to add. God bless all of you and thank you again. Thank you, Ersa, so much.
Thank you so much.
Be blessed. Thank you.